Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Suffolk Fans React, and it doesn't start on a very good one, I'm afraid. Not a very positive game for me especially. First half was terrible. Burge gave away a penalty after 2 or 3 minutes, and after that the defence looked very shaky for the rest of the first half. Bailey Wright was having a bit of an off game, I think. Maguire was having an off game, even though he went on to score in the second half. Just didn't look very good. They could hoofing the ball to nowhere, loose passes. The final third was just terrible. I think if we'd had somebody attacking the ball in the final third with any quality, we could have scored some more goals today. But yeah, not very good. I'm trying to think of anybody that I would give man of the match to. It's really hard to pick a man of the match. In fact, I can't. I'm not going to pick one because they were all not very good. I don't think anybody got higher than a 5, or definitely not a 6, I would say, in my opinion, out of 10. So yeah, anyway, that's enough for what I think. Let's see what the fans thought. I don't think any of them's going to be that impressed, but here we go.
Like everybody else, we're really disappointed with that first match of the season. Apparently 4th year in a row we've started off conceding a goal at home in the first 15 minutes, first game of the season. Parkinson put himself under pressure with his selection. Clearly their goal was an absolute shocker, but how he responded was worse. No drive, no tempo, no cohesion between the team. They were like strangers. But also players making really bad decisions in the final third, losing the ball, giving it away, cutting back when they didn't need to. I think we're lucky to get a draw in the end. Couldn't see that goal coming. And we must do better. We've got some tough games coming up. Hopefully Scowen will now come in for Dobson.
I thought it was generally a poor performance today by the lads, especially the first half. The goalkeeper, well, I don't know what he was thinking in them first 3 minutes to give a penalty away, and we never seemed to recover from it. Second half we improved, but again the final ball was poor. We kept going sideways and backwards. There was no real cut and thrust getting forward. We seriously lacked pace going forward as well. I don't know how Dobson starts ahead of Scowen, and I'm pleased he's been sent off because Scowen will start ahead of him now, hopefully. And I thought Maguire, even though he scored, had a poor game. His passing was poor, and it just seemed off the pace today. So I don't know if it was just the first game, but there's a lot of improvement needed. So a long way to go.
Right, typical Sunderland. I knew it would be after the optimism. First half was just shocking, absolutely shocking. Second half a bit better. I don't know why he's not playing Scowen, to be honest, instead of Dobson. Same old problem, we're lacking pace and creativity. It's my birthday and I'm quite drunk, so that's all you're getting. Thank you.
Hey Paul, it's me, Dr. McAmere, and what can I say? Absolutely poor. Penalty given away in the first few minutes. Dobson sending off. You know, where's the Sunderland who played brilliantly for the 3 pre-season games and the 2 cup games? We're back to the same old status quo of easy teams to beat, but we just throw away 3 points. Phil Parkinson needs to go back to the drawing board and actually realise what he had before. It needs to work again.
Today's game was poor. In the first 20 minutes, we were very poor by giving away a penalty in 1 to 2 minutes. Probably less than that. Then the second half was somewhat, at least a bit better, with Maguire's goal, which was beautiful, but poor by Bristol with the time wasting. Could have easily have got more goals with Power's long shot and the goal line clearance. But overall, poor game today. We need to get better and we need to stop hoofing the ball up because it's just not working.
There you go. New season, Same old Sunderland. All the hope we had to start the season, all the promising results, penalty against us inside 2 minutes. We struggle for the rest of the match. No pace, no creativity, no real clue, no plan B when plan A isn't working. Lucky to get a 1-1 draw against a not very good side that came to defend. Needs to get better from here or we won't be going up this season either.
Have to say I'm very disappointed with today's 1-1 draw against Bristol Rovers. Had a bit of optimism, you know, when the fixtures got released that we were going to get 3 points today, starting off at home to Bristol Rovers. You know, you look at it and you think easy 3 points. That went out the window after 2 minutes when we conceded a penalty. But even then, the play was just terrible. Like, the first half was shockingly bad. They were launching 30-yard balls upfield, hitting hope for me, like that's all it was. They had no play about them. Got a little bit better, I'd say, after 30 minutes in the first half, and then in the second half, those patches that were okay, but on a whole, I'd love to go and watch one of Phil Parkinson's training sessions just to see what they work on in the final third, because I never ever see anything in the final third that's any good, and it's baffling to me. Like, it really is baffling.
Right, guys, Fairness AFC here. Mixed emotions out of after that game. Poor first half, much better. I thought we were personally brilliant second half. Like much better in that. Like move the ball quicker and that. Actually had chances. Whereas the first half we didn't actually doing anything. Some of the passing was atrocious in the first half, but much more positives in the second half. But after not getting the 3 points today, which I hoped, and that because for me, this out of all our games, this was probably the more easier one, even though there's no easy fixture in this league. For me, yeah, I'll take it as a good point, providing we beat Oxford next week. We have to beat Oxford next week. It's going to be tough, but we just got to believe, guys. We got to believe. But anyway, keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Well, today, a bit of an underwhelming experience. For all of us, I imagine. I've only seen the highlights, but really bad goalkeeping by Burge to concede the penalty, and then we seem to have plenty of chances. And Max Powers, it was a good save by their keeper, and thankfully Chris Maguire saved our skins. I was really disappointed when I saw the lineup. I thought, well, what's happened to Scowen today? And possibly Feeney at the back. Seems he sticks with the same ones, and would really we've got to stick the ball in the back of the net.
So the game I just finished 1-1, and what can I say about that game? It was just terrible, woeful, crap. Bailey Wright, he looked off the pace. He was getting skinned alive by their centre forward. Power, he was poor Power. It was just poor. Hume, his crossing was poor. Burge, he was scared to come up for the ball. He was going forwards, backwards, and then he thought, why not foul their player? And then they scored the goal. Oh, we couldn't break them down. We can't break down teams. We just can't do it. We find it too hard, or we miss chances. Second half came, and we were just as bad until we went 4-4-2. We changed the formation, and when we changed the formation, we looked so much better. And then we scored a goal by the King. Very nice goal. And we could have won it with Power, but we were just poor. And why is he taking us 65 minutes to make a sub? He should have made a sub at 50th minute, 55th minute. Phil Parkinson, he's taking the mick. He's taking so long in making a sub. I don't know why. What goes through his head? Why is he taking so long for the sub? Put the sub on, or we can try to win the game. He put it on late, and we just about got a draw. For me, I think we will finish 8th. That's just what I think. Who is the man of the match? I think it's us fans, because we've got to watch that pile of crap. It was a pile of crap. We were just poor.
There you go. As you can see, the fans aren't particularly impressed with that performance, and who can blame them? Ones each, not how we wanted to start the season, especially against Bristol Rovers, who many people thought we were going to slaughter. I even know somebody on another platform that said 5-0. Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't 5-0, ones each. But we move on. Hopefully the next game we'll play a bit better. We should be starting with Scowen instead of Dobson, as Dobson was sent off for foul, which wasn't a red in my opinion, it was probably a yellow. But anyway, we will deal with it. At least we've got a bit of backup there in Scowen, who played really well against the Aston Villa youth team. So we'll see how it goes from there. Anyway, that was it. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get your reaction to the games on this channel, just send it to saftfansreact@gmail.com after every game, and we'll get you on here, as long as it's sent before sort of midnight, because I think I'll probably end up putting these on in the late evening of Saturday night or the Sunday morning. But anyway, that's it for now. You guys take care, and I'll see you later.